mean, I think we're on an emotional high. There's some fatigue today, obviously. I mean, I'm sure you're fatigued flying here, and by the time I went to bed, it was 5:15. But our guys are rallying, and that kind of stuff we're used to. I mean, that's the life of being a baseball player and a New York Yankee in the times that you play. But no, I am not concerned. I think they're in a good state mentally.
Joe Girardi and the Yankees coming off an emotional series win against the Indians. His bullpen has been working in these playoffs. 28 2/3 innings pitched with a 2.20 ERA and more than 13 strikeouts per 9 innings in the postseason. The formula for Girardi has been getting to this stout bullpen. We know that. Dylan, we'll start with you. Will the heavy workload catch up to these relievers?
It certainly could. You know, they've been under a very, very big microscope. They've been asked to pitch some high leverage situations. I think what Joe Girardi needs is a little bit of what they got in games 3 and 4 with just 7 innings out of Tanaka, 7 innings out of Severino. That's the kind of length that I think is sustainable for this Yankees pen, but it's a strong suit. And we know in elimination games like the Yankees faced 3 straight games here, and you count 4 games in the Twins game where they were really worked. It's all hands on deck, and I think these guys are ready for it, but it could certainly be something to watch and a trend that we keep our eye on if they start to look fatigued, because the Houston bullpen just isn't as fatigued. Right. And really, Joe could have helped himself here by not pulling CeCe as early as he did in Game 2, only 77 pitches, and then that game goes to 13 innings when it really should have been a Yankee win in 9 innings. That kind of hurt things, but I think he's going to continue to lean on the bullpen, but I think he's going to have to be a little more careful with the balance of it so that in high leverage situations in the 8th and the 9th, guys aren't taxed. You can't go to Chapman 2 innings every time. You can't do it.
Yeah, I do agree there is strength in numbers and strength in quality with that Yankee bullpen. I do believe also this will be a tougher test than the Indians.
I agree. That offense is
the middle
awesome.
of their order is not going to go like Lindor did, 2 for 20, like Jose Ramirez did, 2 for 21.
Encarnacion didn't play a lot of those games.
Exactly. This is perhaps the best offense in the American League.
They scored more runs than anyone in baseball, Tyler. So this is going to be a jump up in competition and challenge for the Yankees pitchers.
To me, that'll make it harder to tell if it's the Yankees bullpen being overtaxed or if they just run into an offense that is that good. Yeah. If I see the velocity from Robertson, Chapman, Betances, Green, whoever gets in there, that's fine. But the Houston Astros have a really good lineup. They can beat a good bullpen, although the Yankees bullpen is the best. You bet on pitching in the postseason more often than you bet on hitting.
Interesting thing is Betances for me. I think he's lost a little of his edge.
Yeah.
He's lost his control. I don't think Joe trusts him as much.
Understandable.
I could see Tommy Kahnle getting that promotion mid-postseason here to maybe high-leverage 8th inning situations when he doesn't want to use Chapman for more than 3 outs. I could see Kahnle. They've trusted Kahnle. And it just goes to show more and more that trade with the White Sox is coming in handy for Girardi, as Robertson's been great out of the pen, and so is Tommy Kahnle. Betances, as a Yankee fan, I'm still unsure how Joe feels. I don't know how I feel about him. He's got great stuff, but he's lost a little bit of that confidence and that location out of the pen. You can't have that in a big situation with runners on.